Have you ever felt like you're living in a role, a character that is not you, but by the expectations of others? I'm reflecting on my discussion with Erik Solbakken, the Viking, this week about me playing a character most of my life. He was very intrigued on me making a statement on his podcast, The Viking Academy, about me playing a character most of my life. And I wanted to recap and share with you that you're not the only one that was forced to play a character in life. And I think for a lot of us, we played a character without realizing it. We were masking behaviors. And with this masking, I adopted a character to fit into societal and family norms, which was suppressing my true self and my ADHD traits to avoid negative attention so I can be accepted, to be part of the herd, to be part of the community. And with time, I never realized that I got so good at it that I forgot that I was playing a character. Even though deep down inside, I knew this was not me, but this is the only way for me to behave and live. So before my diagnosis of ADHD, I really struggled with societal expectations. I always fought to be unique, but when I started losing that battle, I was altering my behavior so I can meet these traditional standards, these societal norms that didn't make sense to me. And I never did anything right, especially how I did them. And it was just constant. So it's really helped develop the character to be accepted. And once I realized that this was a habitual nature of my quote unquote character, it was necessary for me to break free to align with my authentic self, because I was tired of being someone else and being ashamed for being me. And I was having to decide if a goal or a want was Andre's goal or want, or the character's goal or want. And that took a lot of deep thinking, deep reflection, and a lot of working on self-awareness to understand where I'm working and where I should be doing, right? And that's the whole part of the journey of self-discovery. So I really worked hard to understand the true self, the true me, okay? So Erik and I, we both reflected on our lifelong journeys of our past, from our childhood to our university, getting a profession. He's an accountant, I'm an engineer, through university, into our first jobs and entrepreneurial journey. And we were embracing who we are beyond societal labels. I'm not an engineer, I'm an entrepreneur. He's not an accountant, he's an entrepreneur. And a lot of this societal conditioning really influences how we see ourselves and affects the building of our character. So we have to keep shedding these layers of societal conditioning so we can identify and uncover our true identity and purpose. And the only way to do that is by continuous exploration. Okay, so a lot of this conversation is talking about exploration and the importance of ongoing exploration so we can have continual refinement, self-refinement, so we can discover our authentic self. Okay, now when we keep referring to exploration, it's the personal self-journey exploration, exploring our true selves, our authentic selves, so we can keep that person out at all times. And we need to keep working on that, because if you don't, that character will take over. And for me, it was a loss of self. And I felt very lost with that. But ever since the diagnosis of ADHD and understanding my character, now discovering myself, and that's what it is. I'm rediscovering myself, that person I was as a kid. I was in times where I was free to be me. I want that person back. But I got to differentiate between what is André, the true André, and what is the character, okay? And it's hard to differentiate until you start identifying and self-discovering yourself and becoming aware of your reactions. And that's the one thing I really learned, is how my body reacts to different things. And I'm listening to my intuition, my gut, a lot more now. If it's telling me something ain't right, pay attention and start looking into it. So to go from the character to my true authentic André self really came down to self-acceptance, okay? That happened when I moved away from self-criticism to self-love and forgiveness. Like, you will not believe how perfectionism really helped create the character, the lifelong character. And if you slipped up the character, I found this, as I slipped up, every time I slipped up as the character of André would get very upset and not forgive the character André for slipping up. And that's where the self-criticism really helped. We have to be perfect. We can't bring attention to ourselves. We can't do this. We can't do that because it's not normal. That turns into our self-criticism. So by removing that self-criticism and start forgiving myself, which helps me get to self-love and appreciation, it's okay that you slipped up. It's okay that you said something impulsively that was probably not appropriate. I get it. Now my brain's caught up. Now I can apologize for that, and I'm forgiving myself because now with every misstep, everything that occurs, I take a look, I reevaluate, and I put in place a system so I can try and prevent that next time, okay? And the self-acceptance starts when you move from self-criticism to self-love, and that you forgive yourself and give yourself a break. And that's what I did, and it really, before not doing the forgiveness really hampered the growth. Now it's open. There's a lot more stuff I can see, and I'm more open to it. So this character that I played, and not being my authentic self, really had an impact on my life and my businesses and my growth, really. I was growing and doing things that were not normal. People would criticize you for not doing it the right way, even though I had the success, and they would judge me accordingly. So therefore, I changed the way I did things, or changed the way I talked about my successes. Now I'm starting to hide my successes because other people are upset or unhappy that I'm doing it differently and it's working. And they don't get it because it doesn't follow the norm, and it doesn't follow, the kiss-ass theory of whatever, okay? By embracing my authenticity, being me really helped me fulfillment with my personal and professional success, okay? So what I'm saying by that, every time I did very well in my businesses, I followed what I thought was right, didn't really follow what was recommended or the norms or what the book says, but I did well and I succeeded. When I stopped doing that and I followed what the book says or what everyone says how we're supposed to do it, that's when I started having problems. So now I'm like, if it feels right to me, I'll take everyone's advice, I'll take a book's advice, but if it doesn't seem right, I'm going to go my way. I'm breaking a lot of marketing rules, I'm breaking a lot of business rules, I'm breaking a lot of networking rules, but it's working. That's all that matters. It's working for us. So find your way how you do it. And that's where you see, it's very scary because that has to be your authentic self. Not everyone's going to be accepting of it. But let me tell you, you will find the right group of people that will accept that. Just right now, maybe you're in the wrong group, in the wrong community. Okay? The right people will find you. That's too bad. I wish someone would have told me a long time ago, just be patient because the right people will find you if you are your true self. If you're a character and you keep playing different characters, you can have so many different people and they won't be the right people. So, in order for us to create and find belonging, Erik and I really found it very beneficial that we go and source and find the right environment. Sometimes you have to pay to be in that environment and to be in that community. But that's where you need yourself to be so you can be your true self, where it'll be celebrated and it'll be nurtured. So we're both a strategic coach. We're both growth mindset, high achieving entrepreneurs, that we are oddballs in the general rules of business. People don't really appreciate our ambition or our need to keep achieving more. It's not that we're greedy, it's just we need to continually grow and refine, and with that is new goals and achieve. So we found the group in Strategic Coach. Everyone there celebrates our uniqueness, and we nurture each other to help each other. And those are the places that you want to be. Those are where the people you want, you want to be somewhere where people want you to be you. It's going to be hard for you to find the place, but you know what? It's going to happen. You will find it. If you're true and authentic to yourself, the right people will show up when you're ready. So, all on this, it is time to separate the character from you. It is time to live and be you. Come on, you deserve it. The world needs you. Start working on self-discovery and finding your authentic self. So, thanks again for learning with me, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.